All right, we are back. This is Creativity is the Cure, and today I'm bringing back my very good friend, Tom Schreiber. How are you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing great, Malcolm. How are you? Hi, everybody.
I'm good. We are on the road again. We are both headed to work.
Yeah, I'm on the road. Make plans and be surprised when they change, right? Does that sound familiar?
Indeed. And what I wanted to bring up is when you were on my show before, you and I kind of were both in limbo. We were both looking for a job, kind of drifting at sea, and although always staying positive, we didn't know what was around the corner.
Yeah, it's an exciting moment to be in between jobs, right? Because you're just floating on that ocean and all the things that can possibly catch your interest in that time do. And
Yep.
so it's a time of great curiosity and continued learning.
Tell me, what is your new job? What type of thing are you doing? And what area of the world are you working in?
So right now I'm on some small part of the Stanford campus, and I get to serve as an early education teacher and work with young people within a Reggio Emilia framework, and it's really quite wonderful.
That's amazing. And what age students are you working with, or what grades?
Innovators age 3 to 5.
Wow, that's pretty young.
It is.
Over the years, I've worked with all ages, everything from TK up to 12. And I love the age you're working with because they have not become jaded in any way. They're more open to things. They're less aware of other people perceiving them. And when I did music, it was really funny to see them dance because I don't know where these moves came from, but they weren't afraid to just go wild, and it just always blew my mind. What is your perception of that age group?
I came to play. I was listening to that. I know you had Will Lee on recently, and that track of all the tracks, that one kind of jumped out to me as an early educator because it really does make the connection between the kind of play we associate with the arts and with music and with the free play of childhood, of discovery, of learning. When we think about young children, we're thinking about young artists and scientists in a pure state of nature, just soaking
Yes.
in the world and constructing their own sense of how things work. And it runs across everything that, later as adults, we're going to characterize as, okay, that's chemistry, or that's math, or that's social emotional learning. It's just play for them.
And if we can remember to do this as we grow older, that keeps our minds sharp.
Absolutely.
What type of work do you do with the kids? Are you doing artwork or things beyond that? What's a typical day?
It is generally going to start with what in Reggio we call provocation. In Italian, it means something, I'll have to bring Armando on. It means something a bit different than it means in English. Within the Reggio Emilia framework, provocation is something you put out as a teacher, as a guide to learning, to create questions, to spur curiosity. And so what we practice is an emergent curriculum. That is to say that we study as teachers what the children are learning and what they're interested in and how we can extend that learning by going deeper. They might be learning about water. Well, then is there interest in learning about what makes up water, molecules, or how water affects our atmosphere? And we learn about rainbows and such. And so it's really a free play of going deeper and making jumps. And provocations will generally start out as something to interact with on a table. and something that creates conversations. There are conversation pieces, and children learn best through experiential learning. And so they're immersed in an experience. They're in the sensory bin. They're picking up gooey things. They're building things with cardboard. It's really great
Right.
fun.
Right. You're making me think of my friend Lisa Murphy, the educator and author who is seriously into the art and the science of play. And I
I
must say,
I have her book on your
now that
recommendation.
it's amazing. And she's a great public speaker. For me, I've gone, like I said, from elementary to middle, and now I'm with high schoolers. But since I've moved to California in 2013, I'm really up on the constructivist approach, which has a lot of allusions into what you're talking about, because I'm about to start a job as the director of a music academy. I have to build this program from the ground up, and I have everything from kids playing in modern band or orchestra or things like that to choirs. But my first 2 days are coming up this Thursday and Friday, and the first thing I'm going to do is have the kids fill out a survey, find out what they're into, because I want to give them incentive.
Yes.
Like I said, with a constructivist approach, when I ask them a question, I want to hear what they have to say first.
Well,
Because number one, it might be
yeah,
better than my idea. And number
yeah.
two, it has to be interactive, just like what you do. You and I always talk about jazz and improvisation.
The cloud of unknown. The cloud of unknown. The cloud of unknown.
It is so important to learn that as we go through life, because we don't know what's going to happen. Right back to the beginning of this conversation, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, what you're talking about might be thought of as the head in jazz. The
Yeah,
idea
right.
that you start within the existing frame, and how is new knowledge going to find its way into and find a home within an existing frame. Yeah, that's very much what we mean when we talk about extending a child's learning. It's building on what they already know, and what more can be fit within those paradigms. And of course, sometimes you create a whole new paradigm. That's particularly exciting.
And I love your metaphor of jazz and playing the head, because I'm laughing because I'm thinking, all right, we get to school, we all, at the beginning of class, we play the head, we play the melody, and then each kid takes a solo, blows over the changes, but we all have to support them in playing the chords and listening and paying attention and reflecting back. If somebody does a riff, we echo back, and then we all come back together at the end to play the head. And may I suggest to everybody, there's a great Herbie Hancock song called Maiden, Voyage. And I think for you and I, as
Yes.
we head into the year and teach these kids, we're definitely on a maiden voyage on myriad levels. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. To be a teacher, and that is to say, a guide to learning, it's really about co-learning.
Yeah.
I think that's where you can offer the most, and be that supportive scaffolding guide to learning. Is you're right there you're in the front row seat. So you experience things together. You experience things through the learner's eyes and what they're communicating back to you. That is the full experience. I'm sitting here at a quiet place, the Stanford Cactus Garden, which is a nice little place on the campus. I like to come to reflect and write. I used to come here with my children when they were young. We used to just go out and discover would be the frame. Let's go discover. And
Yeah.
It was a place of free play and discovery, and in this case, learning about cactuses or cacti, however you choose to say it. It's nice how things come around again.
Let's leave with this message. Let's you and I go to work today, but let's not lose that frame of mind that your 3 to 5-year-olds have going on right now. Totally open to play, not judging, not being jaded, just being open to everything in life. Let's play the melody, let's do some solos, and then let's come back together at the end.
What if, right? That's I think here in Silicon Valley, that framework, that mindset, a growth mindset, is so fundamental to possibility and what can be. And it's really our privilege to be able to embrace that, and as much as possible to live in that space.
Tom Schreiber, always good to talk with you. Good luck today on your maiden voyage, and let's make sure we return again soon. How does that sound?
And absolutely, Malcolm, and to you too, as you embark into those new waters, and such an exciting program and opportunity for you. It really feels like a perfect fit.
All right, signing off from Van Nuys, California. Always good to talk to you, Tom.
And signing off from the Stanford, Arizona Cactus Garden. A pleasure, Malcolm. Have a great day.
Seem to say this in the same breath. You're a psychological wreck. You've got your own hands around your own neck. So why are you afraid of love? Think it's not good to be spoken of. Full of rage and fully grown. The voice in your head is not your own. You can only truly see of who you were made to be. Standing on the glass sea with a voice like water over me. It's not those well who need a doctor, only those who are sick. 'Cause he did not come to heal the righteous, just those who work the dark trick. So get ready for the birth pangs. You gotta look out for those spirits with the tall fangs, increasing in speed and invisible to the eye. Look for exit 7 from the 3 in the sky. Why are you afraid of love? Think it's not cool to be spoken of. Full of rage and fully grown. The voice in your head is not your own. You can only truly see of who you were made to be. Standing on the glass sea with a voice like water over me. Why are you afraid of love? Think it's not cool to be spoken of. Full of rage and fully grown. The voice in your head is not your own. You can only truly see of who you were made to be. Standing on the glass sea with a voice like water over me. blinded by the sun. Why are you afraid of love? Come on, why are you afraid of love? Let these words sink in your ears. Let these words sink in your ears. Let these words sink in your ears. Let these words sink in your ears.
Hello, my name is Jefferson De Leon, and I am a scientist in the biotech sector and a comedy musician, and I am a proud sponsor of the Creativity is the Cure podcast, because creativity is central to who I am and what I do. Check out my creations on my website, jeffersondeleone.com. That is JEFFERSONDELEONE.com.